Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going on an inspiring journey through the life of one of Ethiopia's greatest visionaries, Asfaw Yemiru. His story is a powerful testament to the transformative power of education, compassion, and determination. This is the story of a young boy who rose from the streets of Addis Ababa to change the lives of over 120,000 children, providing them with hope, dignity, and a future. Stay with us as we uncover the extraordinary life of Gashe Asfaw Yemiru. Asfaw Yemiru was born in 1941 in the village of Bulga near Ankober in Ethiopia's central highlands. His family was large with 12 siblings, and his father was a priest. Like most rural families, they depended on farming for survival. Life in the village was simple but harsh. Asfaw's early days were spent herding goats, but even as a child, he dreamed of something more. His world changed when, at the age of 9, he visited Addis Ababa with his father. The city, with its bustling streets and towering buildings, ignited a spark in young Asfaw. He decided he would one day return, determined to build a different future for himself. Now, we all know how tough it is to leave the comfort of home, especially when you're 9 years old. Most of us at that age were worrying about things like whether we would get the next slice of cake or what the coolest toy was. But Asfaw? He was worried about something much bigger. How to walk 75 miles to the capital city without getting lost, hungry, or maybe chased by a few angry goats. But there he was, facing it all, determined to change his life. That decision came sooner than expected. At just 9 years old, without telling his family, Asfaw left his village and embarked on a journey to Addis Ababa on foot, a trek of over 75 miles. The journey was fraught with danger, from wild animals to the risk of starvation, but Asfaw was undeterred. When he finally arrived in the capital, he was alone, homeless, and without resources. In Addis Ababa, he joined the many street children who sought refuge near St. George's Cathedral. Life was incredibly tough. Asfaw survived by doing odd jobs like carrying loads as a porter and cleaning for others. He often went days without proper food. Despite these challenges, he displayed an incredible thirst for knowledge. He began attending the church's priest school, where his natural intelligence and eagerness to learn quickly caught the attention of the clergy. It's amazing, right? I mean, how many of us at that age would have looked at a church school and thought, that's where I'm going to start my academic journey? Most of us were probably more interested in the playground than anything else. But Asfaw, being the determined young man he was, saw education as his way out. A chance encounter would soon change his life. One day, as Asfaw lingered outside St. George's Cathedral, he saw a Turkish woman struggling to gather her spilled basket of oranges. Quick to help, Asfaw collected the fruit and returned it to her. Moved by his honesty and kindness, the woman offered him a place in her household as a servant. For the next 3 years, Asfaw worked hard, chopping wood, fetching water, and doing other chores. Despite his heavy workload, he never missed a chance to attend school. He would wake up before dawn, finish his tasks, and rush to class. You know, they say when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. Well, Asfaw was out here making oranges. Instead of just being a street kid, he took what life gave him and turned it into an opportunity. And let's be real, how many of us would go out of our way to help someone pick up fallen oranges for no reason other than kindness? I think it's safe to say we all could use a bit of Asfaw's generous spirit. Asfaw's determination paid off. In just 2 years, he completed the first 8 grades of education, an achievement so impressive it earned him a scholarship to the prestigious General Wingate School, an elite institution run by the British Council. For a boy who had started with no formal education, this was an extraordinary leap. At Wingate, Asfaw excelled academically, but he was not content to enjoy his privileges while others suffered. Near the school, by Paulos Petros Church, he saw children who were just like him, hungry, homeless, and without hope. He convinced the school's headmaster to allow leftover food from the dining hall to be given to these children. Asfaw also started gathering his classmates to teach these children under a tree, sharing what he had learned in class. You know, there's a saying, great things are not done by impulse, but by a series of small things brought together. And that's exactly what Asfaw did. With a simple idea, feeding the hungry and teaching the unprivileged, he set into motion a movement that would change thousands of lives. Imagine sitting under a tree to learn. Not exactly your typical classroom setup, right? But for those kids, that tree became a beacon of hope. By his final year at Wingate, Asfaw was teaching over 200 children. However, he knew that these efforts, though impactful, were not enough. He dreamed of creating a school where disadvantaged children could receive education, food, and shelter. But how could a young student with no resources make this dream a reality? The answer came in 1958 when Emperor Haile Selassie visited Wingate School. Bold as ever, Asfaw threw himself in front of the emperor's motorcade and made a heartfelt plea. "Give us land!" The emperor, intrigued, asked him why. Asfaw explained his vision of building a school for the poor. Impressed by his determination, Haile Selassie granted him a large plot of land near Wingate. You might think, wait, did he really just throw himself in front of the emperor's car? Yes, he did. Talk about a bold move. Most of us would be terrified to even ask for an extra piece of bread at the dinner table, let alone ask an emperor for land. But Asfaw had a vision, and he wasn't going to let fear stop him. With nothing but passion and borrowed money, Asfaw set to work. He and the children cleared the land, using eucalyptus wood from felled trees and scavenged bricks to build classrooms. These early classrooms doubled as dormitories for orphans, where shelves served as beds. This was the humble beginning of the Asra Hawariat School, meaning footsteps of the apostles. Over the years, the school grew, offering not just education, but also hope and a sense of belonging to thousands of children. By the 1970s, the school housed over 2,500 students, including 380 orphans. Understanding that many of his students came from rural backgrounds and might struggle to find jobs in urban areas, Asfaw introduced practical training in agriculture and animal husbandry. This forward-thinking approach ensured that his students were equipped with skills to sustain themselves. And you know what they say? If you want to change the world, teach someone how to fish. Well, Asfaw didn't just teach his students how to fish. He taught them how to farm, raise animals, and build a better life for themselves. Talk about multitasking. Asfaw's work was not without challenges. He endured political upheavals, imprisonment, and the constant struggle to secure resources for his school. During Ethiopia's Red Terror and subsequent civil war, the school compound even served as a field hospital for the wounded. Yet, Asfaw's commitment never wavered. One of his most significant innovations came during the COVID-19 pandemic. While lockdowns disrupted education worldwide, Asfaw worked with parents to develop creative ways to continue teaching in a community where home computers and internet access were scarce. This adaptability was a hallmark of his leadership. By the time of his passing on May 8, 2021, the Asra Hawariat School had educated over 120,000 children. Asfaw Yemiru, known affectionately as Gashe, or Protector, had become a symbol of hope and resilience. His legacy lives on in the lives of his students, many of whom have gone on to become doctors, teachers, and leaders in their communities. During his lifetime, Asfaw received numerous awards, including the World Children's Prize for the Rights of the Child in 2001. Yet, his greatest recognition came from the people of Ethiopia, who saw him as a father figure and a hero. His image is still displayed in taxis across Addis Ababa, a testament to his enduring impact. Today, the Asra Hawariat School continues to uphold his vision, proving that one person's determination can change the world. Thank you so much for watching this deep dive into the incredible life of Gashe Asfaw Yemiru. If his story inspired you as much as it did us, please give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more stories of extraordinary individuals who have left their mark on history. Stay curious, stay inspired, and we'll see you in the next video.